Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. The LCS is kicking off this weekend, and there is still a lot up in the air. Obviously, just earlier in the day today, I talked about TSM's roster news and changes and all this different stuff going on. We still don't know what TSM starting lineup is going to look throughout the whole first week or throughout the whole summer split. I'm sure there's going to be some changes, excitement, craziness going on. We just recently heard for FlyQuest that Kumo's not going to be starting in the top lane. Instead, it's going to be Philip. It just seems like there's still all these moves up in the air, but obviously one of the biggest teams that we do not know what is going to be going on for, at least in the near term, is Cloud9. But we got some very, very big updates to talk about for them today, so let's get right into it. First up, we have this from the Cloud9 subreddit. Apparently, according to Fudge on Ellis' stream, I did not see this. I have not seen clips of this. I don't know for sure, but this is what the people are saying. It's highly upvoted, so I think we can trust it. I think it is safe. I think this probably happened. Let's hope at least. Berserker should make it to NA within the first few weeks of LCS. Now, again, when we first heard about the whole Berserker situation, losing his passport, losing his visa, all this stuff, that was LS bringing us that news where he said, the whole process might take 4 to 6 weeks. That could, put Berserker coming back to the LCS around week 4, maybe missing week 4 and coming back week 5, somewhere in there. But what Fudge seems to be saying is that we might be seeing Berserker even sooner than then. Again, the first few weeks, that sounds like week 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. That sounds not like week 4 or 5. And again, if Fudge is saying this, it seems like it's a good news. It seems like it's a positive update. It seems like things are happening sooner than they may be expected. The top comment on this thread, obviously, being my guess is week 2 to 3. Then that's what most people are thinking. First few weeks is vague. We already knew he'd be here soonish. And then this guy, clarifies saying, yeah, people were saying 4 to 6 weeks. So this does seem like the better end of that. This does seem like 4 weeks or maybe even sooner as opposed to 6 weeks. Now, this comment I found very, very interesting as well. According to Berserker's OP.GG, he hasn't played a game on his main in Korean solo queue for almost a week now, so there's some hope that it'll be sooner than we previously heard. Here's his Korean account, C9 Berserker, and yes, his last game was 7 days ago. Now, this could mean, hey, he hasn't been playing as much solo queue. Maybe he's close to getting this stuff done. Maybe he's going to be headed over soon. I don't actually think that, because Berserker has to be playing on some account. Again, the LCS starts this weekend. It's not like he would be taking a break. It's not like he hasn't played any League of Legends in the last 7 days. Obviously, he's not in Los Angeles right now, so he hasn't been scrimming. He's been playing some kind of solo queue. Now, maybe he wasn't playing on this account because he was tilted or because the MMR is bad or something like that. I mean, look at all this red. I mean, this guy has won, 2 out of his last 20 games, and one of them was an ultra rapid fire, or maybe this is like 12 games or 15 games or something. I don't know. There's a whole lot of losses. Something was not going right. Is that maybe a bad sign for Berserker starting off the LCS season? I don't necessarily think so, but you could say that as a meme or joke or whatever and maybe even believe it, but I think it would be more of a meme. But I think it's very possible he could have switched accounts or be playing on a different account or something like that. I don't think that Berserker has not played League of Legends in the last 7 days. We're way too close to the season for that to be possible, for that to be true, especially for a grinder like Berserker. He is one of those guys that has that Korean mindset, that Korean grinder style, and he's one of the guys who says, he even wants to carry that over to North America. He's not coming to retire or anything like that. Obviously, he's like 18, 19 years old, and he's saying he wants to push everyone to be better and play harder and practice better and stronger and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know why he's not playing on this account. I think it is interesting and maybe a cool find that he hasn't played in the last 7 days, but I don't necessarily think that means anything. I think for sure the bigger news is, Fudge saying on Ellis' stream that, hey, Berserker might be back sooner rather than later. And like I said, I think that's a great sign. Obviously, C9 has a lot of moving parts on this roster. They want the full roster to be playing together as much as possible. Also, it's very, very possible that Berserker is going to be their best player in the summer split. So, you want him playing more stage games. You want him playing with the team more. You want him getting more experience. You want him leveling up. And, of course, you want him playing with Sven in the bot lane as much as they can to help Sven be a bot laner, be a support player, gain their synergy together, gain their playstyle together, and just kind of get a feel for each other. Because yes, the regular season doesn't matter, but it is how you get the reps in, it is how you get the practice, and it's how you get the comfortability and the confidence to make plays together when it actually does matter. End of the regular season, playoffs, worlds, all of that stuff. So I think this is overall good news. But then, like I was saying, you have Berserker and Sven in the bot lane. what is the other half of the lane doing? What is going on there? We know Sven has been having some issues where the embassy lost his visa or whatever, and he's been trying to get his green card. He's been back in Europe trying to get things done. It seems like he's been there forever. He missed the entire Korean boot camp, and it was possible he was going to miss the start of the LCS season, but we heard this from Sven. We didn't hear anything. He tweeted this out. Twisted Fate holding up the green card. This is the legendary picture from TL Dodo of when CoreJJ got his green card. I believe that was the first time this was ever used. Maybe it was a meme before that. I don't know. That was really the first time that I saw it used. Dodo tweeted out that, Twisted Fate green card for CoreJJ, and Sven has decided to do the same. So it does seem like Sven has that green card all locked up. Now, I'm not sure, how it works in terms of once you get the green card, does that mean he actually has it in his hands? Does that mean he's ready to go? And then, obviously, I'm recording this on Thursday. He tweeted this out on Thursday. Is he going to be able to get on a flight, get to Los Angeles in the next 24 hours? And then is he going to be playing tomorrow? Is he going to miss the first game, the first weekend for Cloud9? I don't know, but it does seem like worst case scenario, Sven will be ready to go in week 2 for Cloud9. Best case scenario, he could not miss any games. I don't know. I guess it's possible that he could already have been on a flight, or he could be on a flight over right now to Los Angeles, and he's just going to, show up and start playing right away. But again, no matter what, it will be on almost no scrims, almost no practice, just playing a bunch of solo queue. And he has been doing just that. This man has been grinding solo queue. We've obviously checked up on him a couple different times on my Twitter account and on my YouTube and everything. We've been, fully documenting. He's been playing, 8, 10, 12 support solo queue games a day. He's gotten a challenger. His win rates haven't been the best, but hey, he's learning a new position. He's learning new champions. He's learning when to go and everything like that. I think he said that the lane phase overall he feels like is pretty easy and pretty simple, but the mid to late game is where it gets a little bit more difficult, and you really start to separate the good from the bad supports and everything like that, which is interesting because Berserker, wasn't exactly known for a strong lane phase in the spring split, but he was a monster in the mid to late game. So if Sven is claiming to be this monstrous laning support, that potentially could maybe either be really good for Berserker to help him, have a strong lane, or it could be not so great for Berserker because Berserker doesn't want to be as lane dominant. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, we haven't gotten any official announcements from Cloud9 or anything like that. We don't know exactly what's going on. Obviously Vulcan's tweeting at him. He's getting just tons of love from everybody. This is really, really cool to see. I don't think there's any tweets or anything that says, when he's going to be playing. This guy says, get your ass to NA, and he doesn't respond. So, haven't seen anything from Cloud9 yet. Haven't seen anything from Sven yet. Obviously, going forward in the future, this is a very big deal for Sven because we know he was still trying to play AD carry in the summer split. His first options were, hey, I would like to play AD carry for a good team. He was down to play support for Cloud9, but it doesn't seem like that was his first option. Now, going forward in the future, he's not an import anymore. He's now a resident in North America. That's going to make it easier for him to get future opportunities and future, just spots on teams and spots on rosters. It's also going to help him make a lot more money, whether he ends up being a support or an AD carry. If Summer Split goes good, he's a monster support. Maybe Cloud9, continues to sign him as support, gets him a bunch of money. Maybe he goes to another team as a support, which would be crazy. But if he doesn't do good, if he doesn't enjoy it, if he's not so good, if C9 struggles or whatever, he can always switch back to AD carry. And again, now he'll have a much easier time fitting in on one of these other rosters since he's not giving up an import slot, because AD carry is definitely a difficult position to import. Not a whole lot of teams end up importing AD carry, especially successfully. But yes, huge news coming out of the LCS weekend. Just a day before the LCS starts, we now know that Sven has his green card and will be ready to go. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this news. Are you hyped up? Are you excited? How good do you think Sven's going to do this season? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then.